Welcome to another episode of Live from Jacksonville. I'm your host, Amadeus. We have three very different guests on this episode. Coming up, I'll be chatting with the Long Island medium herself, Teresa Caputo, who's coming to the Florida Theater on May 1st. Also, Alex Band from The Calling. They'll be at 5 Jacksonville on May 16th. And Amanda Scott from the FSCJ Artist Series right here in Jacksonville is here to embarrass me on a Broadway in Jacksonville 2026-27 season quiz. It's brutal. But first, let's run down some of the shows coming in May. The St. Augustine Amphitheater has George Thorogood and the Destroyers on Thursday, May 7th. J.J. Gray's Blackwater Soul Review featuring classic funk soul band War and Big Bad Voodoo Daddy will be here on May 16th. Willie Nelson and Family will be at the Amp on Thursday, May 21st. And rising country music star Sam Barber will be at the Amp on Saturday, May 23rd. Get to theamp.com for details and tickets. The Amp's sister venue, the Ponte Vedra Concert Hall, has Graham Nash for 2 shows, Friday and Saturday, May 1st and 2nd. Pure Prairie League on May 4th. And before their Saturday night performance at the Amp, J.J. Gray and Mofro will be performing at the Concert Hall on Friday, May 15th. 2 former Saturday Night Live cast members are coming to the Concert Hall in May. Jim Brewer on Saturday, May 16th, and Tim Meadows on Friday, May 22nd. The Thrasher Horn Center has the Cat in the Hat live on stage on Wednesday, May 6th, and Bon Jovi tribute band Don Jovi on Friday, May 15th. That could be a lot of fun. Check out thcenter.org for tickets and other shows. WWE Friday Night SmackDown is coming to ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena on Friday, May 8th. Journey's Final Frontier Tour hits the arena on Saturday, May 16th. And Sunday, May 31st, it's the Queens, 4 Legends, 1 Stage with Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle, Gladys Knight, and Stephanie Mills all on 1 stage. That is going to be a night to remember. Get to arena.jacksevents.com for tickets on these shows and others. The Florida Theater has Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band Chicago on Tuesday, May 19th. The Happy Together Tour is back on Tuesday, May 26th with the Associations, the Trogs, former Chicago lead singer Jason Sheff, Gary Puckett, and the Vogues and the Cowsills, and my favorite, the voice of the Archies and the Turtles, Mr. Ron Dante. Get tickets for these shows at floridatheater.com. Okay, also coming to the Florida Theater on Friday, May 1st, it's the Long Island media, Teresa Caputo. I had a chat with Teresa a few weeks ago, right after that bomb cyclone winter storm hit the Northeast. Quick question, were you home during the bomb cyclone?
I was.
What was that like for you?
I just made it home. I was in Atlantic City doing a show at the Oceans Casino, and we got home at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then the snow started like 12 hours later.
Oh, my gosh. And I'm sure you came out okay.
I'm glad I was home because, I live right next door to my parents. So, my dad's still at 85. He's got to be out there snow blowing and everything. So, You
know what, Teresa? My pop's 89 and he golfs 2 or 3 days a week. So
right?
We are so lucky to have our parents still being that active. Hey, so you're coming to the Florida Theater, the Live Platinum Experience. We're so excited. We love when you come to town.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be back here. It really is, I tell people, this is probably the most amazing show that you will ever attend in your life. To be in a space and to feel the healing and the love and to watch a perfect stranger or maybe even one of your own family members heal right in front of your eyes is something truly remarkable.
It's funny you mentioned healing because I was watching, I'm a big fan of Bunny XO, and I know you were recently with her, and she was asking you about who heals the healer, and I loved your answer on that.
Yeah. I think a lot of people don't really understand the work that I do or where I feel, I know my gift comes from God, and I know it's guided by God because I wouldn't be where I am without him. I put my gift in God's hands, almost 30 years ago. Because I was struggling with my gift. And I couldn't understand why I would be blessed with this gift. And then who would want to come and see a medium, right? And it was shown to me in a spiritual experience that I had that people pass away and we are left with these negative emotions that do not give us the ability to heal. So I put my gift in God's hands and I said, listen, if this is my soul's journey, you open the doors and I will walk through them with my gift. But I only want to use them to help people to heal. And that is it. I reminded God that I'm afraid of the dark and I don't like to be scared.
I remember reading that you knew you had this ability at a very young age. About how old were you when you were able to kind of get a harness on it and communicate?
Well, I honestly, I didn't know that it was a gift. I just thought everyone was sensing and feeling the things that I was. And, it wasn't until it was later in my 20s that I had this ability.
Is it possible to ever turn it off, or are you always being inundated with messages coming from somewhere else?
I feel there was a time where I felt extremely overwhelmed with the souls of the departed, but I think because of where I am in my life and my soul's journey, and that I am constantly channeling, it's almost like souls, I've kind of built this, they have to show me three things before I say something if I'm not working. So I have to feel, they have to make me feel and show me three things before I actually approach someone, just say randomly.
So I guess that's how you manage for lack of a better word, the noise, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I can't tell you how I do this. I don't know how this works. So I love when people say, oh, she does this and she does that. I'm like, I'm so glad you know what I'm doing because I have no idea how this works.
That sounds like my life. Well, for someone who's never even seen like the Long Island Medium or been to your show, tell us about the experience.
Oh, yeah. I tell people that. Well, I mean, you wouldn't believe how many people come to my show. They have no idea who I am. And just before I get into the show, they'll say, I had no idea what to expect when I went to that show. I had no idea who Teresa was, but what I witnessed was absolutely life-changing. And that is such a powerful statement because, I come out on the stage, I give a little quick speech on how I communicate and what people could expect over those next few moments. And then once I start channeling spirit, I allow them to guide me around the space. I'm not on that stage. I am down in the audience, randomly stopping in front of someone. I have cameras that follow me around, and we set up a big screen. So no matter where I am in the theater, you're going to be able to witness the messages being delivered up close and personal. So you could be in the balcony, you could be all the way in the back, you could be in the front row, in the middle of the theater. We have no idea who's going to get read. Teresa,
there's a well-documented spirit living in the Florida Theater, right?
There's spirit everywhere, especially in old theaters. We have projectionists, we have opera singers, right? We have people that worked at the venue.
Oh, that's so cool. Teresa Caputo, live at the Florida Theater on Friday, May 1st. Tickets are available at teresacaputo.com and floridatheater.com. We so appreciate your time this morning. We know you're busy on a radio tour, and we thank you for letting us be a part of that tour this morning.
Well, I appreciate and thank you very much.
All right, I'm sure you remember the massive hit song, Wherever You Will Go, from 2001. It was by a group called The Calling. Well, The Calling will be in Jacksonville at 5 Jacks on Saturday, May 16th. And I had a chance to catch up with their lead singer and guitarist, Alex Band.
Yeah, dude, like the last time I played in that area, I think it was a radio show at an arena. It's been a long 20 plus years, so I'm excited to play. Even a smaller place, but that place sounds awesome.
I wanted to ask you about something. I had Rob Thomas on my podcast a few months ago, and we were talking about his experience working with Santana. Can we touch on Why Don't You and I for a second?
Yeah, of course.
I absolutely love that song, and I was working in Top 40 when that song came out, and I knew The Calling, but I didn't know Alex Band by name, and I felt like that opened up you to a whole new audience.
It was awesome. It was bittersweet, though. It was quite an experience. It was, like literally as like Wherever You'll Go was, peaking around the world, I get a call from Santana's camp, and they're like, we want you to do this. I was obviously thrilled to do it. Chad Kroeger had written the song. So, I mean, for me, this was weird. I'd never really sang a song that I didn't write. But it was a cool opportunity. And, I went in there and I actually flew to Canada to meet with Chad Kroeger. And he recorded my vocals for the track. And then, I did a bunch of shows with Santana and stuff. And it was an amazing experience. And what a wild world that at the end of 2010 that the two of the top 5 adult top 40 songs of the decade are that and Wherever You'll Go. I was just like, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Wherever You Will Go ended up being like the number one song of the decade, right?
Yes. That's correct. And I think the number 5 song was "Why Don't You and I." It was like it's really crazy.
You left a huge impact on that decade.
Yeah, quite a feat. Yeah, very, very lucky. I'm a very lucky guy.
I remember the first time I saw like a picture of the call-in. I think it was in the trades, and I was like, "Oh, another boy band." I was like, "Oh."
I know. And dude, we were so totally, by our label pushed in that direction, and it was like, come on. I was like, this is everybody, with TRL and all this shit. I mean, TRL obviously was the place to, get your video played and do all that, but just the image, just the way they marketed it, I was, on the cover of Teen Magazine and shit. I was like, this is absurd. No one's going to take us for real. And that honestly is a huge part of why we didn't really have a live presence in America, because people assumed that's what we were. They didn't really care. And luckily we had huge success internationally. So, I sold 10 million records outside of America. So
wow.
It was and we had this great live following. So, that's kind of continued on, but America's kind of the place where that's a huge part of why people, never really would see us live. But if you do see us live, you will definitely understand that we're a great band live. So
it's funny because the first time I heard the song, I remember thinking of like Chad Kroeger, and I was a huge fan of Vertical Horizon and coming off.
Oh yeah, man, Vertical Horizon was killer.
Yeah,
a really great band, nice guys. I played a lot of shows with them.
Yeah, so coming off their album and hearing, Wherever You Will Go, I was like, oh, I'm a fan of this. I love this.
Yeah, definitely all that same genre, that same area. Yeah. Yeah, it was a fun time. It was also the last few moments of the good old world where people had to buy your music, which was was a fleeting moment, and then it all changed. Actually, one of my favorite memories ever is in Fort Lauderdale. I'll tell you this show. It was my 21st birthday as a radio show, and we were I don't think we were headlining the show. There were other big acts, but all I know is that Steven Tyler showed up to surprise me on stage and bring me a birthday cake and sing me happy birthday on stage. And then I got to perform with him, Walk This Way. This is like one of my idols of all time growing up. And this was the most insane thing. I have it all in video. It's one of the crazy experiences ever. It was in that neighborhood.
That's insane. Cool. Steven Tyler sings your happy 21st birthday on stage in Fort Lauderdale.
Like 10,000 people, just like, that's one of the most amazing experiences. Absolutely.
That is so cool. What's touring like now, 20 some years later? I mean, obviously you guys are still rocking.
International. I mean, mostly South up there, consistent touring every year, mostly Brazil as well. Asia as well, lots of, Southeast Asia. We're in and out. We were just in the Philippines last month. We tour a lot of that. Europe as well. I mean, it's been a few years since we've been there, but obviously did really well in Europe. So just a lot of international touring. But for the most part, right around when we would have made a Third Calling record, I got taken out for a decade. I mean, basically 10 years of my life was taken. I was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, and that was just the end of everything, basically. So it's a fucking miracle. Sorry to curse. You can beep that out.
Yeah, it's a podcast. We're fine.
And still here and doing this because that was all over starting 2010. It was over, basically, my whole career and my life. So I miraculously 7-8 years later, I somehow didn't have the disease anymore, which is like not heard of. They still don't know how it happened or what happened, but it was like a new life gifted to me.
I have never heard of that before.
I know. Well, neither have I. And neither of them. It was either, and this is multiple hospitals, multiple heads of neurology, UCLA, Cedars-Sinai. I'm Los Angeles here. I'd gone to multiple other doctors all over the world. I was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease multiple times, multiple doctors, and I had the effects. Like, I was in a wheelchair for a year. I was put on all the same medications, like Michael J. Fox was put on, all this stuff. But then it progressively got better and better and better until the point where I was leading a pretty normal life. And I was 5 years after diagnosed, I was playing shows again, albeit with a cane, but still. And then it just got better and better until they redid all these, brain scans, and they're like, oh, you don't have the disease anymore.
Alex, God's got a bigger call for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So ever since then, it's been like, oh my God, well, I got to get back to what I do. And that's why I'm here. And first calling record in 23 years, coming out this year. So
awesome. We can't wait for that. Gosh, I'm so glad you told me that story because I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's you can see it online. There's a lot of people have talked about it, but yeah, hearing it obviously from me is a more clear thing. But yeah, that is basically why the calling disappeared for such a long chunk of time. Yeah. Since I got better in like 2020, I was like, okay, new record, let's go. And then obviously COVID hit, that threw things back, for all of us years. And then it's just been hard to find the right label, the right management, and years of testing and trial and error. And then obviously, yes, we have a new album now. It's finished. Killer first single called Dust. Going to radio in like a month or two, I think. And then, brand new album. Super excited. It's an album that I literally wrote part of as I was getting better from Parkinson's, wrote some again once I knew I didn't have it anymore. Once, some of it was in the last years. So it's just this amazing record of crazy experiences, basically.
I'm super excited to hear that. I love albums that kind of have a theme or, like a story to them.
It definitely has a theme, and it definitely has cool connections between songs, and we're definitely going to be playing a lot of the new music live as well.
Awesome. I cannot wait to see you guys now.
Absolutely. Yeah. Everyone, anybody please come. And people who thought, it's just a boy band. We're not. I promise we're a rock band, and we do a really, really, really great show. I probably
shouldn't have even brought that up. I don't want to perpetuate the stereotype.
I lived with it. Trust me, I'm very aware. It was, that was how we were marketed. If I could go back in time, I would have changed that, but it's totally fine. I understand completely.
Yeah. Well, you guys will be at 5 Jack. The show is Saturday, May 16th. I've marked my calendar. I will be there with all my rock and roll gear on, and I will be ready to rock out with you guys. And
awesome, man. Thank you. I can't wait to see everybody. Again, it's been a long time since we played in the States, and I can't wait to see a lot of people. So it's going to be great.
And I'm looking forward to the new album as well. Like I said, I'm a big fan of albums, and so I can't wait to hear all the records.
Me too, man. I've been trying to put it out for 20 years. So,
Well, now's the time. Alex, thank you so much for your time today.
I really appreciate it. Thanks for having me on and supporting the show. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. We'll see you here on May 16th.
Cool, man. Thank you, Amadeus.
And finally, the FSCJ Artist Series Broadway in Jacksonville 2026-27 season was announced a few weeks ago, but right before it was, Amanda Scott from the Artist Series stopped by the studio to quiz me to see if I could guess the shows coming, and I did not do that well.
So I thought we'd play a little game to see if you can guess which shows are coming in the 26-27 season.
Okay.
I'll give you one clue. They'll range in difficulty. If you know it, say it. If you don't, I'll give you another one.
I feel like I'm going to be embarrassed by this.
No. You ready to test your knowledge?
I'm ready.
Okay. American history.
Oh, that's got to be Hamilton.
Hamilton's
coming back. Oh,
yes.
Wow. I've never seen that.
Oh.
At all.
For real? You've never seen it? Okay.
Not even on Disney Plus.
Oh, well then don't see it yet because you'll see it live.
Right.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's the revolutionary story of passion, unstoppable ambition, and the dawn of a new nation. We're so excited for the return of Hamilton in the 26-27 season.
How did you guys get it back so quickly? Wasn't it just here like 2 years ago?
Well, it's really our subscriber base.
Okay.
The more subscribers that we get and that dedication through the years, we get these best musicals, the hot shows that are on Broadway and touring. So we're really, really excited.
Okay.
All right. So the next one, mountains.
Oh my gosh. Is it like Appalachian?
Do, re, mi.
Oh, The Sound of Music?
The Sound of Music.
Wow. There's another one I've never seen on stage.
Yeah.
Of course, I've seen the movie a dozen times.
Sure.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, the revival opened up 2 years ago, 2024.
Okay.
And it's just open to rave reviews. The critics have hailed it as one of the most beautiful productions of a classic running currently. And it feels fresh and new. If
you had said The Hills instead of the mountains, I would have been like, the hills are alive.
That's literally exactly what I thought of the entire time that Moulin Rouge was playing. I'm like, yep, Sound of Music is coming.
Yeah.
This is like a clue. I wonder if the subscribers are going to get it.
That's awesome.
All right, next one. Home.
Home. Home. Is there a second clue?
Toto.
The Wizard of Oz?
Ease on down the road.
No way. The Wiz?
The Wiz.
Literally, you have no idea. Because The Wiz played on Broadway for about a year, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I really, really wanted to get up and see that, and I missed it. Are you kidding me right now?
I'm so excited.
I'm more excited about that than anything you've said so far.
Good.
Holy shnikes. I love The Wiz.
Yes.
That soundtrack is so amazing.
Yes. I mean, it's just been something that so many people have clinged on to immediately, and it just, through the generations, continues to inspire.
You know, that was back in theaters last year for 1 week.
Was
for
it?
1 week only, yeah. And I went opening night because a lot of people may not know that Quincy Jones produced the soundtrack and the movie. Michael Jackson, of course, played the Scarecrow.
Right.
Nipsey Russell was the Tin Man. I forget the guy's name. I think it's Bruce Ross, who played the Cowardly Lion, who was a Broadway star. And, of course, Diana Ross. Are you kidding me? What an amazing, amazing show. I cannot wait for that.
I'm so excited.
I am too.
And something really cool about this show, they brought in some all-star creatives to work on it. So Hannah Beekler, who is known for her work on The Black Panther and Black is King, is the set designer. And the choreographer is Jaquel Knight, who is also known for his work on Beyonce's Single Ladies.
Wow. Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
Wow. That's a great show. Amanda, you just made my day.
Yay. I'm so excited.
Me too.
Okay. Next one. Sherry.
Sherry. Oh, is it Sherry? Oh, I can't think of his name.
Wait.
Or their
Four.
name. Yeah, the Four Tops? No. The Four Seasons.
Jersey Boys.
Jersey Boys.
Yes, based on the story of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons.
Oh, that's awesome.
So excited. I mean, these are all best musicals so far, if you if you haven't already.
So they're all Tony Award winning?
Tony Award best musicals, yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's another show I have never seen.
No way.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Oh my gosh. I've seen it 4 times and I cannot wait to see it again. Like, I'm already dreaming of the harmonies and falsettos. It's
From what I understand from that show, again, I haven't seen it, but it's kind of parallel to the Carole King.
Yes.
Is it called Beautiful?
Yes.
With just the nostalgia and the number of like massive, massive hits that you'll hear.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
This one, Jersey Boys, A Beautiful Noise, and Carole King are all done right.
Okay,
They're
cool.
jukebox musicals done right.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. Very last one. Tulsa.
I feel like I should know that one for sure. All I can think of is Hanson because they're from there.
Jamestown Revival.
I don't know.
Soda Pop.
You have stumped me.
Greaser.
Wait, is it Grease?
Stay Gold.
Oh, wait, don't say the name of it because I know it's the Pony Boy and I can't think of the name of it.
You got it. The Outsiders.
The Outside. Whoa.
Yes, The Outsiders.
Amanda, what?
26-27 season is the best lineup that we've had in some time. It's, like I said, full of best musicals. This one in particular, I've listened to the soundtrack on repeat for the last 2 years since seeing the show on Broadway.
Wow.
I cannot wait for you to see it.
Another one like The Wiz, it's still playing on Broadway and has been for several years. I was up there a couple of years ago, saw a couple of shows. That was kind of on my radar, but I didn't go. So pumped that it's coming to town.
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, there's so many people that have such a strong tie to this show. Based on the novel, S.E. Hinton's novel, that's a major component in the academic curriculum through the years and currently. I have such a personal tie to it myself. One of the most memorable things from being in school.
Yeah, absolutely.
It stays relevant through the generations for its themes in class conflicts, friendship, and identity. And not only that, but the music by Jamestown Revival and Justin Levine is just raw energy and emotional grit. It's a blend of folk and rock and Americana. It's really going to be something that the audience has never seen before.
I actually don't know that soundtrack, but I will definitely start listening to it. It's funny, like The Wiz, I saw The Outsiders last year on the big screen, and I had never seen it in the theaters, even though I was around when it came out when I was younger. I just didn't go see that one for some reason. And I think I only saw it once, like on video, like way, way back when.
Yeah.
So I went and saw it on the big screen and loved it. kind of forgot how iconic it is, and just thoroughly loved it. And then, didn't get to see it on Broadway, so I'm pumped about that.
Oh, I'm so excited.
This is perhaps the best lineup you guys have ever had, like show for show.
Right.
I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah. You can't beat 5 best musicals.
Yeah. Do you know the dates for everything already?
Yes.
What do we have? For the dates?
So Hamilton kicks off the season in December. That's December 1st through the 13th.
Okay.
And then...
nice little Christmas present for someone.
Exactly. One of our favorite things, The Sound of Music, comes in January.
One of our favorite things. I see what you did there.
Yeah,
You're like Oprah.
January 26th through the 31st.
Okay.
And The Wiz is easing on down the road in February 16th through the 21st.
I cannot wait for The Wiz.
Got to keep it theatrical, right?
Yes.
And Jersey Boys is coming April 9th through the 11th.
Okay, so we're skipping March.
We're skipping March, yes. And just a note there, Jersey Boys is a shorter run, so we're going to get our subscribers in, and single ticket purchasers, you're going to want to get on that one.
What is that, a Thursday through Sunday?
I believe it is,
okay.
Yes. Don't quote
me on that. I probably shouldn't put you on the spot with that, but it is a shorter run.
It is a shorter run. And then The Outsiders, May 18th through the 23rd. English teachers all around Jacksonville are going to rejoice on that one. Yeah,
that is going to be amazing. Wow, I am really, really excited for this entire lineup.
Me too. I'm so excited.
Yeah. I think I've asked you this before. Did you ever see Aida?
Oh, of course.
That's the show that I wish they would bring back. I know for some reason it kind of like fell by the wayside.
I know. Me too. I mean, the stars are written, or what is the song? Written in the Stars.
Yeah.
Love it.
I think I saw that 3 times. I even went to Orlando because my mom lives down near Orlando because I wanted her to see it. And we went and saw it down there. And I thought this should be a movie.
Yeah.
And nothing ever happened with it.
Is it really not a movie?
It's not that I know of.
Yeah.
But it's such a classic Romeo and Juliet, West Side Story, like that. You know, that tale of, the wrong side of the tracks. Like, it's so classic, but done so well. And it's the Elton John music. And was it Tim Rice as well?
Yes.
Yeah, Elton John and Tim Rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to. If that's ever touring again, I would like to put in a little vote for that one.
I know, me too. It was funny because before I found out what the 26-27 season was, I was thinking, it's been a while since Jersey Boys has come back. I really love that show. I want it to come back. And then I found out. So putting it in the universe.
Yeah, you're just putting it out there. Aida. That would be amazing. But for some reason, I think that show has seen its days.
Yeah. I
don't know why. Well, that is an amazing lineup. And what do we have left coming up this year still?
Beetlejuice, May 12th through the 17th.
Yeah. So, it's been an incredible year and an amazing year coming.
Yes.
You guys must be so excited.
We're so excited. It's just the best of Broadway, and all of Jacksonville is going to love it.
What else do you have coming up as far as the FSCJ Artist Series or Broadway in Jacksonville that you want to mention?
We did just recently announce that Outlander will be coming soon. That one is not yet on sale, but it will be the end of April, so pretty soon.
And I always look forward to whatever's coming for Christmas because there's always a lot of great Christmas shows that come to town.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We always have a ton of Christmas shows, so we're excited.
And Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts is such a great venue with all the different theaters. But I just love it all.
It is. Everybody that comes through it, the touring company, production managers, they always compliment the Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts. It's one of their favorites.
It's one of the best in the country.
Yes.
You guys did an amazing job. Well, Amanda, I'm so pumped. FSCJArtistSeries.org. By the time this drops, all of that will be available. Make sure you don't forget Jersey Boys is a shorter run, so get your tickets early for that. And it's going to be a great season.
It's going to be fantastic. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
Of course.
All right, that wraps up another episode of Live from Jacksonville. I'm working on a couple of really cool guests for the next episode. That'll be out in a few weeks, and I'll let you know what's happening live from Jacksonville.